Hello everyone, hope all is well. This is Mrs. Classic Film Fan giving you a second mini CHMTC podcast for your edification. I trust you've enjoyed the Stanley Baker episode, the last in the series entitled The British Are Coming. Don't worry, I will be covering more British stars in the future, but for now the coming episodes will cover some big American names, and you can't get much bigger than John Wayne and the trials and tribulations he encountered when he directed and produced the classic Western movie The Alamo. This will be covered in the next CHMTC episode, which I hope you will tune in for. In the meantime, I thought I'd give you some more on the sources of my research, which helped me create some of the existing CHMTC episodes. I will also be mentioning a very prominent campaign being conducted in London to preserve film history. As ever, I've come across some wonderful biographies, autobiographies, articles and other material. One I forgot to mention last time was Peter Manso's mammoth biography on Marlon Brando called Brando, which covers every minutiae of Brando's unwieldy, confused and passionate life. The confused child, a promising youth, a spoilt, rebellious and manipulative movie star and a stressed father dealing with a violent son and a suicidal daughter. Yet all the way a breathless talent who fought for civil rights and wowed the world. It's a compelling read. As is the 1962 Saturday Evening Post article Mutiny of the Brando, which can be found on the internet. As the title indicates, this article gives an entertaining but very partial account of the antics of Brando on the set of one of his most controversial films, Mutiny on the Bounty. The article, which tainted the rest of Brando's career, was written from the perspective of those who were not enamoured of his talent, including Lewis Milestone, the film's second director, who by the end of the picture refused to speak to the great MB. A link to the article will be added to the notes of this mini podcast. Hope you enjoy. It's a fun read. There are a number of interesting books on or around the subject of Stanley Baker and the making of his 1960s epic Zulu. In my view, the best include a biography on Stanley called A Life in Film, published in 2008 by leading academic and film historian Robert Shale. The book is a compact and well-informed rendition on this undeservedly neglected star's short but high-achieving life. I would also heartily recommend Zulu with Some Guts Behind It, The Making of the Epic Movie, by Sheldon Hall, another leading film academic and former freelance journalist. The book is not only a detailed account of the making of one of the most successful British movies of its time, but with glorious pictures, documents and anecdotes from many who contributed to the film's success in front and behind the screen and who are still with us. This is an entertaining and revealing read about a British film industry that in the 60s still had some legs. One other thing I thought I'd mention. Not sure if you are aware, but the survival of the fabulous Cinema Museum in Elephant and Castle in London is under threat. There is a risk it may be sold off by the local council, possibly to developers. Currently, it is run by a number of enthusiastic volunteers. It houses lots of great old cinema memorabilia and interesting film history events, including interesting film courses. It also has some great Q&A sessions with established stars. The last 3 I attended were sessions with Glenda Jackson, Claire Boom and Roy Hudd. Time Out, one of the leading magazine articles in the UK, has cited it as one of the best venues in London. The venue is particularly significant for having, in a former life, been the workhouse which Charlie Chaplin and his mum ended up in when they reached rock bottom. It would be a real shame if it ended up in the hands of developers. London has enough office blocks and yuppie flats. The Cinema Museum needs signatures for a Save the Cinema Museum petition. You can find out more about the background and how to sign the petition online via the link in the notes to this episode. It would be really great if you could sign the petition, or if you are out and about in London, visit this great venue. That's it for now. Hope you'll be able to tune in for the next CHMTC episode on John Wayne in the Making of the Alamo, which should be with you in late January. Bye!